Happy Monday! It's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth, and today is Monday, February 16th, 2015. I'm doing my video a little early today because it's a holiday, I think, for most people. I have my own business. No day is really a holiday, but I think I'm going to take it easy today. So, what's going on with the numbers? I know I just gave you some numbers on Saturday with my 10-month search anniversary, but there's been kind of a big change since then. So, this is my week 43 post-op VSG update. I started this process in January of 2014 at a weight of 402 pounds. I had surgery on April 14th, 2014 at a weight of 360.6 pounds. Last week I was 230.2 pounds, and today I'm 228.4 pounds. Yay! That's two 1.8 pound losses in a row, which is awesome. And it's the 220s, which seem like they took forever to get here. I can't stand this baby hair growing back. Okay, stop being distracted. And the other thing is, on Saturday when I weighed for my surgiversary, I was 230 I think 0.8. So that was a half pound gain since last Monday. And so really I'm down 2.5 pounds since Saturday. Which, you know what that's about? That's about doing what you're supposed to do. Because here's the deal. It works if you work it. I think that's an AA saying. But it applies to many things in life. So that 4.8 pounds kind of scared the shit out of me for last month. That is a really low loss for me. And so I started paying attention again. I mean, I don't think I've not been somebody who just eats whatever in smaller quantities. I do pretty much stay on plan, but I had gotten kind of loose and easy with my FitnessPal, with, I don't know, adding in more carbs, with drinking more alcohol. And so Saturday I started back on track with my FitnessPal, 80 grams of protein, at least 8 glasses of water. Amazing. Just doing that 2 days and I lost 2.5 pounds. Who knew? I guess everybody, because that's why they tell you to do that in the beginning. So the thing is to remember to do it as you get further along the process. I just wanted to talk real quickly about my measurements. I don't usually talk about this in videos. I usually do them on my surgiversary, but I forgot, so I did them this morning. And it's the first time I've looked back to see how many inches I've lost. Not exactly since I started, because some of these measurements I didn't start taking until February, and then a couple I didn't start taking until May. But I take 9 different measurements. Left upper arm, left wrist, chest, waist, hips, left thigh, left calf, left ankle. I think that's 9. So I've lost a total of 77.6 inches since February and May, respectively, depending on which measurement we're talking about. But a total of 77.6 inches, which is a lot. And the big ones were, that are really astounding when I kind of write them down, 15 inches off my waist, 20 inches off my hips. Sorry, I need my glasses. 11.5 inches off my left thigh, 8.5 inches off my left calf, and 11 inches off my chest. So that's pretty incredible. So just wanted to share that. It's exciting. It's all good. Oh, I didn't say my total. So my total, that was 1.8 pound loss for last week, 132.2 pounds in the 10 months since surgery, and 173.6 pounds since I started in January, so in like 15 months, which I need to not whine about my 4.8 pound loss last month. I'm only whining about it because I knew I could do better. If I was doing everything that I was supposed to do and had lost 4.8 pounds, I'd probably be okay with it. I wouldn't be thrilled with it, but I'd be okay with it. But I wasn't doing everything that I know I could do. But I've lost relatively quickly, so I should not whine about it. So, wanted to talk about a couple things that kind of scared the shit out of me last week. So the first one was what I mentioned, only losing 4.8 pounds last month. That's not very much. And it just scared me that I'd let my habits slip so much. So I'm back on track. I'm day 3 on my FitnessPal. Going to be day 10. I'm going to report back next week to see if I did it every day, because it's just so important. And the thing is, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, if you're getting all your protein in first, if you're drinking all your water first, you don't have room for shit because your stomach is full. So here's the other weird thing that kind of I've been thinking about. VSG Redesign Me, Courtney, did a video last week where she talked a little bit about those of us who started out this journey being super morbidly obese. And how it does kind of suck to see people, you know, who are already, I mean, she's very new in the process, but I'm 10 months out. There are still people who got their surgery weighing less than I do right now after 10 months and 175 pounds down. And it does, you know, I mean, I do get a twinge of jealousy from time to time when I mean, I'm not a jealous person. I'm happy for everybody, but it's like, oh man, that person reached their goal and they've been doing this for 6 months. But, you know, I waited a really long time before I took this step. But it does kind of suck sometimes to know that that you've been working really hard and you've lost a lot of weight. And I'm still like 90 pounds from my goal. So that's going to take a while, particularly if I don't lose more than 4.8 pounds a month. But it's all good. I feel incredible. But here's the thing. So I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about her video and wanted to say something encouraging to her. I don't really know what I can say encouraging to her other than it is what it is. You're going to feel a lot better. I mean, I feel hugely, hugely different now, regardless of the fact that I still have a long way to go towards goal. But so then Melissa, used to be Mamma Mia VSG, posted on Facebook a video last night because it's been a year since she made her first video on YouTube. And I watched that video, and at that video, she was the weight that I am now. She's one of the very few people in this weight loss surgery community who are a little shorter than I am. I think she's 5'2", and I'm 5'4". But basically, her first video before she had surgery was at 230 pounds. And I looked at her in that video, and it was like, who is that? I don't know. And it wasn't so much, I mean, yes, she looks drastically different. She looks, you know, much better. She looks thinner, but she looks much better. She's much more alive and vibrant as a person now than she was in that video. She seemed just kind of timid and unsure of herself, and I don't get that at all from her now. But the thing that started freaking me out about that, and then she did a video about, and I'll post the links to both videos below. I watched a video she did this morning about, you know, the 1 year and the changes she's made, and she said, it's not about the weight loss. And that really clicked with me because I looked at that video. The not about the weight loss thing clicks back to, you know, the thing about starting this super morbidly obese. It doesn't matter that I'm 230 pounds now and I still have such a long way to go, even though I'm 10 months out. And I look at Melissa and she was 230 pounds when she started. She's, I think 158 now. It's so weird that I know everybody's weight, but anyway, she posted that on Facebook too because I think it's 100 pounds since her highest weight that she's lost. So go, Melissa. And so that's still 20 pounds higher than what my goal weight is. She looks incredible. But what scared me about watching her video from a year ago was the drastic change in how she looks. And I started to think, what am I going to look like 90 pounds from now, 70 pounds from now? I mean, the change in her is so incredible. A lot of the emotional changes I think I've already made and I'm working on making, but it's like, holy shit, who is that person going to be when I get to goal? So I don't know. That's just something I'm playing around with that just was like weird to see. And thank you, Melissa, for posting that first video. I hadn't gone back and watched all your videos, and I didn't start watching you until a little while after your surgery. But I look at that girl and it's like, you said you don't know who she is. She seems like a friend that you lost connection with. I'm like, who is that? That's not the Melissa that I know. Anyway, but I'm sure you were great then and you're wonderful now. But it just gave me something to think about it because she was starting at the weight I am now and where she is, blah, blah, blah. I'm not making any sense. Where she is now. Anyway, it like stood out to me. I'm like, holy shit, she looks that much different from 230 to 158. What am I going to look like then? Am I going to know who I am? I don't know. Anyway, that's the stuff I've been thinking about emotionally. Let's talk about exercise for a minute before I do my shout outs. So, did my plank challenge, which was good, but I was, both Jasmine, my stepdaughter, and I were like, when we watched the video, we're like, our butts are way too high in the air. We weren't doing that right. So he's like, okay, today we're going to do like the real planks on your elbows. That is hard, man. So just want to say for those people who tried it the way I was doing it in that video that I did for 2 minutes, which was hard. I mean, it certainly was. But doing it on your arms, I could do, I barely did 30 seconds today. But something I wanted to talk about, I've taken down the videos now, but I posted on Saturday, like the next challenge that we're going to do, which is called, I think it's called 5 Minutes of Torture. We're going to redo that video tomorrow with some, Brandon, my trainer, and I are going to redo that video tomorrow with some information about warming up and also with some exercises you can do in place of the rings and the ropes, because not everybody's going to have access to those. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to put it up, but I'm going to put it up on a new channel. I'm hopefully, I haven't set it up yet, so hopefully I can get this name. I bought the domain name, but WLS Trainer, hopefully that'll be the YouTube channel. I'll set it up before I post this video and we'll link to it below. And so Brandon, my trainer, and I are going to do a series of videos for people, because not everybody can afford to have a personal trainer. The only reason I can afford to do it is because he's part of my extended family and gives me a really great rate. There's no way I could afford it if I was paying the standard rate for a trainer. He's worked with me for about 9 months and has really seen, one of the things that I think he was really great about was seeing in the beginning to push me, but not to push me so far that I felt like I couldn't do it. There have been very few times in the 9 months that I've been working with him that I felt like I couldn't do something. So we're going to do some videos. We're going to start a new channel. We're going to do some videos where we're going to have introduce you to 2 exercises a week, and I'll do the exercises with him talking about it, so you can see somebody who's not like a skinny mini being able to do them. We're going to do 2 exercises for people who are just starting the process, and then 2 exercises for people who are a little further down the process and have been working out. And then, you know, after we build up the videos over time, he can tell you how to put together a workout by pulling different push and pull and warm up exercises from this thing, so that people will have an opportunity to get some of the benefit of what I get. And he's doing this for no charge, which I think is awesome. He really cares about people's fitness. So that's just a new project that we're going to start out. You'll also be able to ask him questions. Maybe we'll do a Google Hangout once a month or something where we're answering questions on exercise. I just think it is so important. I mean, after the first year, I think exercise is almost more important than the tool to continuing to lose weight, and to continue to lose weight if you need to, maintaining your weight if you don't. And this has been such an important part of my journey. I feel stronger and healthier than I ever have in my whole life at 220, I was going to say 230, but 228.4 pounds. And I really want to share that with other people. So I'll set up the channel before. I'll link it down below. It won't have anything up there until tomorrow, because I'll post we're going to redo the 5 Minutes of Torture and talk about the challenge tomorrow in a video. So hope you guys like that. My shout outs. Okay, just want to shout out to Cerise Patron, who reached her goal. Yay, Cerise. Shout out to Melissa for her 100 pounds since her highest weight, and just all the changes she made. It's so apparent in watching that first video and watching her now how much she has blossomed as a person. And she is a wonderful person, and I love her. And Tara Thompson, who got to Wonderland over the weekend, which is awesome. I want to give a shout out to My Big Adventure, Leanne, just because it was lovely to see your face in a video this week, and her husband's having surgery, I think today, so send positive thoughts her way. And to our lovely Gastic Rose, who lost her puppy this weekend. That's really hard. I lost mine in July, and it's tough to lose pets that you love. So just want to send her my love, and thank everybody for watching and subscribing. I'm a little over 400 subscribers. I'm going to do an uber big giveaway when I get to 500. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And have a great week. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.